Hey, Matt Green here, and I want to show you a really cool project that we're working on. It's located in our hometown here, and it's a land deal that we're going to put through the process of development. So it takes time to put all these pieces together, but the first step is getting the property under contract. So we got that done last Friday, so that's complete. Now we're in the due diligence phase and approval phase for getting the entire project completed. So essentially, we have to just make sure that our engineer is able to put a viable plan together with buildings on it. We have to check with the DEC and the Army Corps for wetland impacts, if there's going to be any impacts, which we plan to have no impacts. There was a lot of mitigation that was completed on the site, so we've got a really great parcel of land. We just did a tour of it, and we were just walking through it, looking at it, and we just kind of figuring out how things are going to lay out, kind of getting a visual of how big the land is outside of just looking at maps on our computer. So it was cool to tour it and take a look at it and get an understanding of how everything lays out, of where the wetland boundaries are and where the usable land is. So it's exciting. We're just putting all the pieces together, and then there's a parcel that's at the corner that isn't included with this piece of land. We're putting some plans together to contact that owner of that property to potentially put a deal together so that we could acquire that piece of land to make our parcel a little bit bigger. And I think it would have a really good use on it, because I think we'd be able to put maybe something like a Tim Hortons or some type of a coffee shop with a drive-through that people could just plug into, grab their drinks in the morning. I think it would be really, really popular and be really successful there. So it's a great site, and we're looking forward to putting all the pieces together with it. We have a development meeting coming up, and that's going to be exciting, just visualizing and kind of drawing on paper with our engineer how the site's going to lay out, because we want to put a clubhouse on the property and up to 150 units. So it's going to be a pretty big project, and it's probably going to be phased into 2 phases. So we'll probably do 60 some units per phase, and then take it step by step. But we have to take it to the town, get some approvals on it. And you can put deals like this together. You just have to be very vigilant when you're looking for deals. You want to look for vacant land deals that have potential to be redeveloped. And this is a deal that came across our desk that someone in our office was just driving by it. And I had been working with this seller for a while, but then they wanted too much money, but that was a year or 2 ago. And then one of the guys in our office said, "Hey, what do you think about this parcel? Because I drive by it on the way to work every day." So, I then restarted the conversation with the seller, and they came down $1 million in price. So the numbers made much more sense at the new pricing that they were looking at to sell the property. So we were able to put a deal together. And it's just funny how things work out, because if whatever you're focused on is what's going to grow. So if you're focused on land deals, you're going to find land deals. If you're focused on acquisitions of apartments, you're going to find apartments. It's just whatever your focus is on, that's what's going to grow. And you want to make sure that you have a focus on something that's going to be scalable and something that's going to generate income and be sustainable for the long term. As long as whatever you're focused on has those 3 factors to it, then you're going to be in really good shape, because then the more you focus on it, the more success you're going to create. So it has to be sustainable. It has to grow and appreciate over time, and you have to focus on it and put everything together so that you can find deals, put them together, negotiate, buy deals, construct them, or renovate them if you're buying acquisitions. And you just have to stay on top of it. You can't get frustrated, because once you get frustrated and give up on something, that's how you fail. And the only reason you would fail is if you quit. So as long as you keep working towards it every single day, then you're going to build a success out of it. It's only when you take a step back and stop working on it is when you actually fail on the project. So stay persistent, work hard at it, make sure that you're excited about doing it, keep your drive really strong, and that's going to create a lot of success with your investments. And you want to make sure that you're looking for deals, not just by looking online at different listing websites, but take a look by driving around. Take a look around your neighborhood. Look around commercial corridors and plazas, and and malls and grocery stores. All those parcels of land that are located behind those properties are really, really good locations for redevelopment. And you'd be surprised, some of these locations that you're driving by, some of them will be developed, but there's going to be some that haven't been touched yet that can be redeveloped, and they've been sitting there for decades, and people just haven't touched them, whether it's just something that's been overlooked or people have looked at it and maybe it just didn't work at the time, but you're seeing it and it might work for you. You just have to make the connection, do some underwriting, see if the numbers work, and put the deal together. There's tons of deals out there. There's never a shortage of deals. You just have to put them all together to create success. So that's kind of the moral of the story. So this will be an exciting project that we're working on. You can find projects just like this. You just have to focus on it and put deals together, and you can create just as much success.